The time now. Bronny is probably most likely going to get a free agent pickup if he doesn't get drafted. Possibly the Lakers.
What's next for Bronny James, the rising basketball star? A big decision has just been made. Bronny, son of the legendary LeBron James, is shaking things up by transferring from USC. Despite a modest performance with the Trojans, averaging just 5 points and 3 rebounds per game in his freshman year, Bronny is ready for a new chapter. With hints on social media about potential frontrunners, the basketball world is buzzing with anticipation. But where will Bronny go next? So, it seems like Bronny is getting ready to leave USC and move to another college basketball team. Some options he might be thinking about are Duke, Ohio State, and California. Bronny might just be teasing us with these social media posts, keeping the rumors alive. Still, a lot of people think he's really going to switch teams soon. So, if these rumors are real and Bronny is indeed planning to switch from USC to another college team, it looks like he won't be entering the 2024 NBA draft. That's pretty much a safe bet now. Considering how little he played in his first year, it would have been hard for him to get picked in the draft anyway, especially in a year when the talent pool is said to be not so strong. When you think about it just in terms of basketball, it really makes sense for Bronny to go back to college. If he wants to keep getting better at his game, college is the place to do it. Not every NBA team is great at helping players develop, and in college, he'll get more chances to play and improve than he might right away in the NBA. And with LeBron as his dad, Bronny would probably get picked in the second round if he decides to enter the draft. But if Bronny really wants a long career in the NBA, he needs to keep getting better. Staying in college is his best shot at doing that for now. So, where will Bronny end up playing next season? It's got to be somewhere he can play a lot and improve his game. We are sure Bronny and his team will figure out the perfect spot for him. Back in high school, everyone put a lot of pressure on Bronny James. LeBron even said he wants to play with Bronny more than anyone else in the NBA. That's a big deal. LeBron not only wants to play with his son, but also expects a lot from him. So, to sum it up, LeBron has mentioned before that he sees Bronny as a future NBA player, maybe even wearing numbers 2 and 3. We've heard LeBron talk about Bronny's skills, like how he's better than some guys LeBron's seen on League Pass. But in his first year at USC, Bronny didn't exactly light up the court like an NBA prospect. Right now, he's averaging just 4.8 points and 2.3 assists per game, shooting 37%, and his team's record is 14-17. Because of this, Bronny's NBA draft status has taken a hit. He went from being a top 10 pick in ESPN's 2024 mock draft before the season started to now not being drafted at all in 2024. He's even being looked at for the 2025 draft instead. LeBron even tweeted asking everyone to let Bronny just be a college kid and enjoy playing basketball. Stephen A. Smith chimed in, saying any attention Bronny gets is because of his dad, LeBron. The bottom line is Bronny might not be ready for the NBA just yet. He should stick around in college basketball for at least another year and have some fun. But if LeBron gets what he wants and Bronny ends up on an NBA team next season, it might not be good for Bronny's basketball career. We've seen it happen before. If a player jumps into the NBA too soon, it can really mess things up, especially if they're the son of the most famous basketball player ever. So, while it's cool that LeBron wants to play with his son, it's worth considering that LeBron didn't have his own dad around when he was growing up. It totally makes sense that LeBron wants to share his love for basketball with his oldest son. But Bronny still needs some time in college to grow as a player. Rich Paul isn't just any agent, he represents big names like Anthony Davis, Trae Young, and Ben Simmons. He's the guy who got Ben Simmons a huge contract, even though Simmons hasn't done much lately. Rich Paul's a big deal in the NBA world, so when he talks, people listen. He says it's more important to get a young player on the right team with good development than just getting them drafted early. That's something to think about, especially now that Bronny's not even in the 2024 mock drafts. So, scouts aren't seeing Bronny in the 2024 mock drafts because they don't think he's ready. But check this out. There's a report from Mark Stein saying that some NBA teams think LeBron might sign with them for less money if Bronny's on the team. So when you put those two things together, it looks like Bronny might end up in the NBA earlier than he should just because a team wants to get LeBron. At USC, Bronny's been having a tough time. We'll talk about why later, but here's another thing to think about. Maybe Bronny isn't as big of a prospect as the media makes him out to be. When it's all about winning, coaches don't always give everyone equal playing time. But to be fair, Bronny showed what he could do at the McDonald's All-American game. He hit 5 three-pointers, scored 15 points, and made 4 assists, giving fans hope that he deserved all that draft talk. But then, reality hit hard at USC. After a serious health scare, Bronny only played in 23 games. Think about it, Bronny is LeBron James' son. If he was a superstar player, USC would get a lot more attention, more ticket sales, more views on YouTube, and more money. You get the picture? They wouldn't just keep him on the bench. But Bronny has only earned the minutes he's been given, and that scary heart issue probably affected his whole year. But now that the season's wrapping up, Bronny hasn't shown much improvement. In his last 5 games, he's only scored 9 points total. At least he's not in the full NBA spotlight yet, where fans would expect him to play like LeBron James' son. If Bronny enters the 2024 draft just to play with his dad, it could mess things up for him. NBA fans can be really tough. Just check out the comment section. They expect players to do well, especially if their team picks them. Sure, drafting Bronny might get you LeBron for a season or 2, but it's not worth risking Bronny's career over it. What happens when Bronny is left on his own? Sure, the idea of LeBron and Bronny playing together sounds amazing, and the pictures would be awesome. But what happens if Bronny doesn't perform well? Many wonder, what if he shoots around 30% from the field, just like in college? Then the NBA team has to decide, do we keep playing Bronny or not? It's a tough spot to be in. Do we keep Bronny on the team just because of LeBron, or do we send him to the G League, even though LeBron came here to play with his son? Either way, it's going to be headline after headline saying Bronny's not cutting it, or that he's only here because of his dad. None of this is fair to Bronny at all. Playing with his dad would be awesome, but that's LeBron's wish. That's what we've heard from LeBron James. That's the life Bronny's been thrown into, whether it's fair or not. Bronny needs more time in college to figure things out. College is where he can really grow as a player and get ready for the NBA, even playing alongside his dad. Unlike the NBA's fast-paced 82-game season, college offers more chances for team practices and development. Players like Russell Westbrook, Kemba Walker, and Donovan Mitchell all made big improvements from their freshman to sophomore years in college. They had huge jumps in their performances, showing that extra time to develop in college can make a big difference. In college basketball, there's more focus on team practices, while in the NBA, individual development is more common. Stats don't lie, and right now Bronny's offensive stats show he's not quite ready for the NBA. However, he shows potential on the defensive end, ranking high in defensive stats among his peers. But for now, he needs more time to work on his offensive game in college. Waiting a year or 2 won't hurt him, especially since the NBA isn't going anywhere anytime soon. LeBron isn't leaving anytime soon either, so there's no rush for Bronny to jump into the NBA. Being patient and spending more time developing in college could make a big difference in Bronny's career, ensuring he has a chance to succeed on his own merits, not just because he's LeBron's son. Do share your thoughts in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button before you go. We will meet you in the next one.